It's the Tromedy Podcast. Trauma plus comedy equals tromedy. This week on Tromedy.
My trauma from all of this was that she tried to marry me off when I was 17.
What?
Yeah, she...
Tell me how that happened.
Okay, so we were still homeschooled, and there was this homeschool group or whatever, and she met this other mom, and she's like, oh, I have a 26-year-old man, a boy, and they're also really religious, son that's looking for a wife. And my mom was like, oh my gosh, guess what? I've been raising you a wife I've been training a wife for 17 years. And so I know, it's crazy.
You're listening to Tromedy, the podcast that helps you take your pain and play with it. I'm Nancy Norton. I am a former nurse, comedian, and keynote speaker about the power of humor, why we need it, how it helps us.
Bring the power of humor to your next event with award-winning comedian Nancy Norton. Nancy got out of healthcare for the same reason a lot of people get into it, to save lives. Message Nancy at nancynorton.tv. The Tromedy Podcast is sponsored by Crybaby Badass. You have to feel it to heal it. You are a Crybaby Badass luminary. See your light in the mirror. Do you have a trauma? Hey, you listening, do you have a tromedy story to share? If so, send Nancy a message at nancynorton.tv.
I want to thank my guest, Anna Natan. Not on my watch if you want to find her on Instagram, and tune in for part 2 when we talk more about the emergency room. I want to thank my son, Nathaniel Norton, for this music loop and for hanging out playing a lot of chess. Y'all, I'm getting a little too obsessed with chess, and it's becoming almost like an addiction. I can't stop. It's like a puzzle I want to keep solving, even though I'm very mediocre. And I blunder and other pieces quite often. But then I'm like, I got to play again. I love it. Okay, peace and love. Thanks for being a listener. And remember, no matter. Welcome to Tromedy. My guest this week is an emergency nurse, a comedian, and a plant and dog mom. Please welcome Anna Natan, everybody. And I'm going to clap again.
Oh, yay.
Thanks for being here. And you helped me set this all up.
Yeah, it was so fun. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Yeah, because the reason you're here, well, we ran into each other at the Emergency Nurses Conference here in Colorado.
Yeah. I got there late, and I sat right next to you because
yeah. And then,
I was running late, yeah.
Well, like I usually do. You don't usually run late. So that was good job running late.
Perfect timing.
That's something you're working on, is trying to be less perfect, right?
Less perfect.
I mean, so a lot of us trauma survivors have a perfectionist thing to keep us safe. But yeah, so that's not uncommon. I mean, it doesn't mean like I think I'm all that or perfect. It actually means I feel a little scared, so I have to be perfect and above reproach or whatever that is. But do you have any of that stuff? Or
yeah, I think that does come with, I think, we were kind of talking about this earlier, but me being, I'm crazy about being on time, where I get upset when I'm late. That's the one thing I'm like, I have to be there. People are counting on me to be there. And then every time I show up, everybody's 45 minutes late,
Or today, you're like, I'm here. And I'm like, I was texting you from the toilet. I was like, and I thought, she's a nurse, she can handle this. And then I thought, you know what? Let's just get out there.
It's totally fine.
Let's just run out there. You're on the front porch. Where is she?
Well, I was just excited to hang out anyways.
So Christy Buckley teaches a class in stand-up comedy,
yes.
And she told me about you because I
love Christy so much.
Yeah,
she's the best.
I feel like her class is more therapy than stand-up in some ways. I mean, it's a combination. Well, they say stand-up shouldn't be therapy. I don't agree. I actually think it's a great. That's what we're doing. Tromedy. Yeah. We're expressing some trauma with our humor.
Yeah.
Has it been helping you to feel somewhat less stuck with energies, or is it fun, or how's it going?
I think honestly, I love Christy. Shout out, you're the best. I think it's really like, I was talking to one of my friends about this too recently, where, a lot of like comedies and stuff or jokes people make, a lot of people make jokes about the same stuff, right? So there's like a lot of jokes about like Teslas or like, hot topics. But I think something that Christy really taught me was how it is very personalized, where you can like pick stuff out and be like, oh, wow, I really do have a lot of trauma that I never really like realized. Well, I realized it, but I didn't, kind of like diving a little deeper and finding the like funny stuff in there. Cause I think that that's what makes comedy so fun, is like you're learning about yourself and then also like giving a little bit of yourself to like other people through humor, and having that like background of, all this like trauma that I feel like everybody's kind of been through it differently, and then like bringing that back in. And I think it's just like been super helpful, just like even dive in and be like, oh wow, that is kind of like crazy, but now I can just kind of like joke about it.
Yeah, I mean, it's an access too. It's funny, like, oh, I can access something that maybe didn't feel safe to access without it.
Exactly.
I mean, I've said this a few hundred times, but I'll say it again. Like, I always think of stand-up or comedy itself or humor as like a buoyancy, like a life jacket kind of thing, where it gives me courage to dive a little deeper because I know I'm going to pop back up to the top.
Yeah,
I'm not going to get stuck down there.
Totally.
So it's such a gift, and it's such a healthy way, I think, to cope, as long as we're not, whatever, they talk about spiritual bypass, as long as we're actually having the feelings as well. And maybe I don't know, some folks end up going into, therapy, like adjacent, like in my recovery work, it's always good to have a therapist adjacent to it. So you've got a little help. Can I tell you something I'm distracted by?
Yeah.
See that microphone that's right behind you?
Oh yeah.
It'll just disappear. I'll edit that out. And the whole time I'm talking to you, I'm like, microphone. The back of my head's going, microphone, right in the microphone, right? What is that microphone doing there? And then I'm like,
my Zin's on the floor too. Look at this.
What is it?
My Zin. It's just on your ground.
What is that? What's Zin?
Oh, they're nicotine pouches.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is that your friend?
Yeah.
You have a little Zen friends?
Zen in your pocket? What is that? Are you excited to see me, or is that Zen in your pocket?
That is a chode, man.
Like, what is that? Oh, nothing.
I mean, I'm from the Ozarks, so usually that would be skull.
Oh,
and which is similar, right? Skull, a little nicotine right in there. So, well, now, how am I going to edit that in? Well, I may just leave it. Look, we tried to hide the filing cabinet. This is like life, where you're like trying to hide your wounds, like you're like, it's almost worse it's almost worse than when you can tell that.
You just put a Band-Aid over it?
Yeah. And
I think it looks good.
I think it looks great. I think
the color looks good because with the backlighting, you have the little pink in there too, so it's like shining. I think it looks really good.
Okay, all right.
Anyways,
here we are. I know. Why does your voice sound so good and mine keeps ducking out? I don't know.
Maybe pull it a little closer to you.
That's what it is. Proximity.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that sounds really good.
Proximal.
I'm gonna
have a sip of tea.
Oh yeah, me too.
Cheers. Let's do a cheers. All right. And my coaster stuck to my glass. I love when the coaster comes halfway over and drops.
Yeah, and you're like, oh.
Try to be cool.
That's so good. Thank you for that.
A little chai and a little Earl. That's very patriarchal, though, Earl Grey.
Oh, yeah.
I used to drink Lady Grey, but honestly, it just wasn't as good.
Who's Earl? Just wondering.
I guess
for a friend.
We don't give a damn about Earl.
Yeah, who the
fuck is Earl? I guess Earl of Grey, the Earl of Grey, was some British Earl. I don't know what an Earl is, actually.
I don't either. I thought it was a person, but I really don't know.
There's a lord and a lady, and then what's an Earl?
I don't know.
I'll Google it. I'll put it in the show notes. Look in the show notes if you want to know what an Earl is and what. And I mean, I'll do a little research on the Earl of Grey.
Really interesting.
As much as I drink, I should know more about it. This is Double Bergamot by Stash Tea. Ooh. Be a sponsor of Tromedy and get us a better drape for this.
Double Grey Earl. No, I was trying to make a commercial.
I love it. Tromedy and tea.
Oh, here we go.
Tromedy
and tea.
Oh, you're good. You have skills. Not only Irish dancing.
Oh my God. Yeah, I forgot.
Tell me about you. Did you have a theater background?
No, actually, I was homeschooled, and my mom, we never were like in sports or anything, and so my mom, her dad, her dad died in an airplane crash, and then her mom got remarried, and then he was Irish. So since none of me and my brothers, we weren't doing like sports or anything, he was like, you guys should pick up something and, have a skill or sports or something. And he was like, you should do Irish dancing. So
This was your stepdad?
This is my my step-grandfather.
Oh, step-grandfather.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So my mom's dad.
Your mom's dad. That's right.
My mom's dad died, and then she got remarried, and so her stepdad, my mom's stepdad,
is Irish. And suggested taking up step dancing.
Yep. And then I have 4 brothers, and my older brother, or my second oldest brother, Ari, he was in Lord of the Dance, the traveling Irish dancing show. Have you heard?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Lord of the Dance. Mm-hmm. So that's like a national.
Yeah, they like tour, and there was like this guy.
So he reached a national level with it.
Yeah, and he went to Worlds, and he was like a really, really good Irish dancer for like a long time. Yeah.
Wow. And how about you? How did your career go?
Oh, my.
You matter.
I never like did it. Like, I feel like it was like more of like an activity. Like, you know how you go to school and you're like supposed to like go to basketball or like whatever soccer practice.
Right.
That was the dancing for me.
I was JV girls basketball. So that's JV.
Oh.
Like the worst. Like, no, it's like freshman year, freshman JV. It was but that was definitely a hobby, like just to hang out with the girls kind of thing.
That was like my hangout.
I loved hanging out with all the tomboys.
Yes.
Maybe you can guess. But that was before I had any inkling that I might be lesbian or pansexual, which is now my identity, as pan, bisexual, whatever. It doesn't matter. I have sex with anyone who'll have sex with me every 3.14159 years. And I am slightly overdue. Okay, that joke, yes, that is, okay, my closer.
I love it.
I'm opening with it. So, but your brother found his thing. It was like,
he found his thing.
So that's kind of cool.
Loved it, yeah.
And his name is Ari.
Ari, yeah.
I'm going to say it sounds like a Jewish name. Mm-hmm. I love it. And I love a Jewish Irish dancer.
Oh, yeah. He had because they all have curly hair, so he fit right in, like the curly locks.
Oh, so are you Irish and no, your mother, what is your mother's heritage?
So she is Alaskan Native, and
this is amazing. I'm getting goosebumps. That is cool.
Yeah. And
your mother's Alaskan Native.
She's Alaskan Native, and then that was her dad, and then her mom, I think I don't know what her mom is. I think she's just some type of white American,
kind of like
descent.
Some of us that are like, I'm whatever.
Yeah.
I'm a mutt.
She's a mutt.
but you have Alaskan. Mm-hmm. You're 1/4 Alaskan indigenous.
Yeah, I have my native card. I can kill a bear if I want to, but I'm not going to because I love bears. They're so cute and soft and nice.
And you saw Brother Bear, right? You saw
exactly.
the movie Brother Bear.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we don't want to kill a mama bear. No, that's not our thing. But you could.
But I wouldn't.
Dude, I'm getting ready to go to Alaska.
Are you really?
Yeah, I did the World's Art Festival, Alaskan World Arts Festival in Homer last year, and interviewed a cool Yukon man up there. Anyway, they invited me back, so I'm going back, and
that's
I'm hoping to get.
Where it's in Homer again?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's gonna be so fun.
I'm gonna go by way of Anchorage and hang out and go see some stuff. That is so cool. So okay, Anchorage, not Anchorage. What is your indigenous Alaskan indigenous?
Yes, yeah, Alaskan Native,
and then some like mixture of Caucasian.
Yes,
like many
probably.
And then your dad is.
My dad is Israeli.
Is Israeli?
Yeah, he's from Israel.
So he's an Israeli. How do you say that? A national, like when they say an Israeli national or German national. I mean, I hear people say like something national.
Yeah, I think it's an Israeli national.
An Israeli national. So. He was born in Israel.
Yeah,
wow.
Born in Israel.
Because I'm thinking your dad. So you're 30 years younger than me. So your dad is probably closer to my age then.
I think so. He just turned 68.
Okay, 69. Yeah, he's in my generation. He's a boomer.
Mm-hmm. He's a boomer for sure.
But so because Israel's so young of a country too.
It is.
I've tried to understand the Middle East, and we were talking about this in the kitchen earlier, and you're like, gosh, I don't want to get canceled if my dad's from Israel. You know, like,
Yeah.
like as if you have any say so.
I know, yeah, we were talking like I didn't really choose for my dad to be from Israel, but people, it's like so polarizing right now. But like it's like I have nothing to do with what's going on over there, so I don't know why you gotta get mad at me. I love everybody.
What are you supposed to do about it?
Right.
Do you follow any Jewish comedians like Sarah Silverman?
Oh my God, Sarah Silverman's like my favorite.
She's brilliant.
She's brilliant.
I got to work with her at Comedy Works. And I mean, when I stepped on stage, I mean, her audience is so excited for her. But when you get to go up first and they're like ready to exude, it's like that energy that goes right through your whole body.
Oh
like,
my
wow.
God.
And I want to just say, very cool, like very cool to hang out with in the green room. Very, and she's had an evolution of her, what would you say, political incorrectness, like when she started off and now she's like, I've grown as a person. I mean, you see her podcast and everything, but I know even when she was there, it's been since, the conflict, since the war on Gaza, that she was there. And I remember she said something, and I mean, it's like with Jon Stewart too. You cannot win right now.
Right? Yeah. You
Like
really
they get
can't.
attacked from both sides.
Yeah.
Like, are you really Jewish if you're saying this about the war on Gaza? It's just really like, God.
Yeah, it's crazy how like the room will just flip so quickly if you, I don't know, you just like kind of mention anything and everybody kind of gets like a little like, oh, what are they gonna say? But I think it's crazy because it's like you don't really, I don't know, you just like don't have to. It doesn't have to be such a polarizing thing because it's like you can still be a human, where I think that's where the divisiveness is kind of like split, which is like so sad,
It really is. And I feel like we're all puppets in this big war theater, this big economic, whatever it is, military force that's going on in the world right now.
Yeah.
Well, I was telling you, you're sitting in my grandmother's chair, who was my favorite person, who sparked a light in me, who was so silly, who went through such horrible trauma, losing her daughter and her husband in a horrible accident. But still came through with humor. In the meantime, we can connect on this sillier, lighter level.
It's true. Yeah. It's so true. Yeah. My dad, he moved, I think he came, I can't remember what year he came to America. I think it was when he was 25. So I can't remember what year that would be. So he's 69. Math is hard for me.
Yeah.
Anyways, he went to New York. And he was like, oh, I thought he always heard that New York is where you go make the money. That's where you go. And then he wasn't making any money. Somebody told him, I don't know who it was, but he said someone told him that all the money was in Alaska. And so he just told me the story recently. This is why I thought of it. But he told me that he went around to a car rental service, like where you rent a car. And he was like, do you guys need any cars taken to Alaska? And apparently they said yes. And so he got to drive a car for free. Yeah, isn't that so smart?
Yes.
Drove a car all the way to Alaska, started working on a fishing boat, like the Deadliest Catch. He was catching crabs.
What?
Is that so random?
Yeah.
And then met my mom at a bar. And then they got married after 2 weeks.
What town were they in?
They're in Kodiak.
Kodiak. I have to look on the map where it is.
It's like a little island I think it's south, I believe.
Okay.
But it's a really cool little town. But
so your mom was living on Kodiak.
Mm-hmm. She was living there. I think so. Her grandma lived there, and so she would go visit during the summer.
Does she embrace the culture then? She must have been immersed in it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Does she speak an indigenous? I don't know.
No, she doesn't. I don't think she really speaks it. My grandma did though. She was Aleutian, so she called me her Alaguk, which means like little baby girl or something. It was really cute.
Oh, grandma.
She's so cute.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but my mom also, or I think this is like me speculating, but I'm almost so my mom was like really, really. She was very, very religious, to like the Christian side of things.
Oh, back to the homeschooling.
Yeah,
thing.
we're going back.
We'll
to
get back to that. Yeah.
But so she said that she heard the Lord tell her that she needed to marry my dad. That's why they got married after 2 weeks. But my theory is I think that he needed his green card really quick.
Oh, really?
But
you don't know the truth.
But I don't know the truth.
You never asked your dad.
I asked him, but he like won't say. He like won't give me the truth. And then my mom says that she for sure says it was the Lord.
And I have a third theory.
What's the third one?
That she didn't want to make love outside of wedlock.
Oh, yeah.
And that
that's
she was
probably-
like, I want this man, I want him, but I will not sin.
Yeah.
And so I'm getting married so I can have.
That's actually a really good theory. I believe
I
it.
mean that I think that's a pretty good theory.
Oh, that is a good one.
I
yeah.
mean, I make it up, but
I believe it.
I'm feeling it. I'm
Yeah.
feeling it
I'm feeling it
in
too.
all my chakras. Maybe all of the above, right?
Yeah.
All could be. It could be all of them.
Yeah,
My
all
therapist
mixed
will say a both and, but when there's three, I don't know how to say thruple and. No,
Thruple
it's not a
and.
thruple. She's one-on-one. How long were they married?
I think they were married for 34 years. And so I had four brothers they had my four brothers, so 5 of us total.
Wow, 5, and you guys were homeschooled.
We were all homeschooled.
Where do you want to go from here? Do you want to talk homeschooling while we kick these slippers around?
Oh yeah, we kick them. Yeah, I mean we could talk about homeschooling. I did also have a pretty funny text strain to go over with you because it was my family texting earlier. It was my brother's family chat, and it's kind of hilarious because my husband was even like, "What is happening?" But that goes back to like the more religious trauma stuff.
Yeah, let's go there. Let's go wherever your mind goes.
Okay. Well, homeschooling was kind of crazy. I feel like that was kind of wild.
Yeah.
We never really.
Where were you raised, first of all?
Oh, I was in. So we started in Penrose, Colorado. So it's like just south of Colorado Springs.
Penrose, and now you're a nurse.
Now I'm a nurse.
Interesting.
I know, right?
Only people inside know Penrose Drain. But yeah, I had to bring that up at the meeting. Penrose.
Yeah.
Okay. Penrose, Colorado, which is
South of Colorado Springs on the way to Pueblo.
Pueblo. Okay, in there.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then so grew up there. My mom was like so religious that I wasn't allowed to wear pants until I was 12 because she was like super into the Bible of it being like, women are women. And then I had 4 brothers, so all the brothers were doing the boy stuff, and I was like into the girl stuff.
You had to definitely do those gender roles.
Yes, 100%.
That would have been hard for a tomboy. I had to wear, in school, I'm so old, we had to wear a dress to school until, I think it was 6th grade.
Oh,
We
really?
finally got liberated and could wear slacks.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, so you understand. So it's
I
the
get
same.
it.
It's basically, yeah.
But until you're 12.
Yeah, and then what happened after that? And then
Wonder why at 12 you'd be able to wear pants. Because I'm thinking at 12 is the time you really, maybe that keeps you safer.
Oh, maybe. Oh,
I was
yeah.
going to say, one of my friends just said this the other day. He goes, I love a woman in a skirt, easy access. And I was like, oh, weird you would say that to me at a recovery meeting, but okay. Okay. I was like, I mean, where we want to feel safe. He goes, I just love a woman in a skirt, easy access. And I was like, he's joking, but at the same time, I'm like, maybe that's why you could wear slacks.
Oh, maybe. Yeah.
Lock it down.
Lock it down. Keep it hidden, safe.
Safe? I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyway, sorry to interrupt.
No, you're fine. No, that's good. And then my mom wrote homeschool curriculum. And so she used to write like homeschooling books. And I'm trying to remember what it was called. It was called, oh my God, I can't remember. Not homemaking. It was called, I can't remember. But it's basically this book about homemaking, right? So you like learn how to cook, and it was like how to clean and how to do all this stuff for girls. And then we would go around the country to homeschool conventions, and my mom would use all his kids to help sell her books.
Oh, wow.
So we were child
You're
laborers.
at the, does she's speaking, maybe she speaks at the conference?
She does. She
And then-
sometimes speaks, and then
And then you're doing the back of the room sales.
yep, we're doing the sales. So learned early on how to be a salesman.
Wow, that's a good skill, especially as a
Good.
comedian,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
to do the merch.
Oh yeah, the merch was like I could sell any merch. No, I'm just kidding.
That's wild.
Yeah, it was crazy.
When I went to school, they made us do like I was in the Ozarks.
Home
and-
economics.
Yeah,
that's
we
what it
had to
was,
do
yeah.
home economics, and I
Oh.
wanted to do shop, and I was so bummed that I had to
Yeah.
do home ec, and so this ugly wraparound top that made you look like a butterfly. I was, God, so stupid to me.
I remember I won a 4-H a sewing competition. I made like a jumper and I got first place.
Wow, yes. That jumper. So
Yeah.
your mom, that's probably in the book.
Oh yeah, I think she took a picture of it. It's in one of the books, I think, actually.
Yeah, congratulations.
Thank you.
And I'm sure that, but you talk about perfectionism, when you're running a seam and I bet you had good stitches.
It was like so rewarding when you get that like perfect line, down.
Oh,
my
yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Ugh, yeah.
Now I find that with welding, running a good bead,
yeah.
running a good bead.
What else have you made?
Not much. I welded a sculpture, almost finished it. I mean, that's
awesome.
all. I love learning. Well, I'm just saying, but it's similarly soothing to run a good bead as it is. And I do have a sewing machine my husband gave me for my 25th birthday, and I was so mad at him. It's like, dude, do you even see who I am? I'm not your mother.
Yeah.
But then again, after a few years, I started making some stuff and kind of enjoyed it. So I have to own that.
It is kind of fun.
And I still have it. And I've made like
Oh.
costumes for my son's plays and stuff on it.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I still do. Do you sew?
I got a sewing machine this Christmas, but only because I wanted to fix a bunch of stuff. Like I had like this like hanger thing I needed to fix, so I was just like sewing it. But it's just fun to like be able to fix like random things.
It is a cool machine.
It
We're
is a
going to
really
say
cool
it.
machine.
So as much as I don't like gender roles, I mean, I'm flexible, I will say, but I wish I could have learned the other stuff as well. But you were pretty boxed in
Oh yeah,
to being a good
wife.
You had wife training.
It was wife training. My mom, she would always be like, "You're gonna grow up and you're gonna find a husband and you're gonna be such a good wife and mom and all this stuff." And I was like, "Okay," but because I had 4 brothers, I was a total tomboy too. Like I remember like not even I remember sitting. This you can cut this out if you want, but I remember.
This is the good stuff. Are you kidding me?
I remember sitting in like a row because we lived in this like 1-bathroom house with like four of us at that time, not my youngest brother, but and they were all wearing like the towels around their waist to like go get in line for the shower, and I had it around my waist too. And they're like, "Anna, you're not supposed to do that." And I was like, "Why?" Because my mom, like, I was a girl, but I never really knew we were like that different. It was like very weird.
Well, yeah. If you haven't developed yet, you're identical.
I was like 8.
Yeah, your chest is the same.
And they're like,
Isn't that weird? Like here you are. That is weird. Pre-puberty, our chest is the same.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't we be? I remember one time asking my brother the same thing. We were building a fort. I don't know how I was home with my brother. I think people had gone to church or somewhere. And he was an engineer, and he was building a fort with a tent. He was like, "Look, we can use a fan to make the top stay up." And he had rigged this whole thing, and I'm like, and he had his shirt off, and I'm like, "Can I have my shirt off?" And he was like, "I don't know, I guess so." And then
like,
I could tell it made him uncomfortable, but I was,
we're like, what?
But I was like, I just want to be one of the boys, man. I have my shirt off.
Yeah, and there's like not really like you don't, especially when you're that young too. You're like, oh, I'm just trying to be one of the boys. Like, why can't I?
And even now, like I think in Boulder, I'm pretty sure you can go topless in Boulder, and
really?
It's not against the law because it's nuts, right?
Yeah, no, it is.
This is a chest.
Yes.
What's wrong with having your chest showing?
Just because someone just like said that boobs are
sexy,
I guess, which they're just like fat tissue. We know this because we're nurses.
Right.
Why you like
well, mine's
adipose
also
tissue?
Yeah.
Oh, you love that adipose tissue? You want to see how much I have?
Oh, that's what it is. That's what it is. The same with the butt.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't be showing this stuff under my arm that's dangling now, the bingo wings. I do feel more self-conscious about that.
Oh.
I'd rather cover my bingo wings than my breasts.
Yeah,
at
exactly.
This point.
Same.
All right, let's bring it
Let's
up.
do it.
We're bringing it up at the meeting.
I'm into it.
Let's do the rest of this episode topless.
Okay.
I dare us. Double dare. We can't do it. We're not doing it. Well, we'll get censored. But we could do it in pixelate. We could pixelate.
Oh, that'd be fun. Oh, we could get those little like censor stickers, Which also it's like, why are the nipples censored? Like
yeah, you can show everything but the part that gave you life.
Exactly. And men have the nipples too. Why are they not censoring theirs?
Wait. That just hit me. The whole thing we're censoring is the parts that gave us life.
Whoa.
Except for the butthole. I mean, the butthole. The anus, excuse me. Let me use medical terminology. Except for the anus, which I guess doesn't give life. But I mean,
it like
it's
continues it, right?
Yeah. The cycle. Yeah.
Yeah.
We should be putting that back into the earth. But seriously, why are we so ashamed? And I know this is a total tangent, but why are we so ashamed of our sex organs that give us life?
That's like, I don't know.
We have
that's such a good
really
question. I think it's just like what man has made such like
made it
dirty and like what's the other word? It's like they make it such like a taboo thing to talk about, you know?
and they've turned it into something completely different.
Right. And it's really like this. Oh my God, you're so right. It really is just like, this is what brings life. Why is it so like, I don't know. I don't know why they make it into the sexualized thing.
And why can a dog lay on its back during a party with, its junk just showing?
Yeah.
And we rub its belly and we're just like, yeah, this is fine. This is a dog. It's fine.
Yeah.
To see all, an intact male. Oh, okay.
You're like,
I'll probably edit
okay.
this out.
Okay.
I mean, well, I don't know. I just figure it is weird.
That is really weird though. Honestly.
And it's only because people have perverted it or something.
Yeah.
They've made it that way. They've objectified it. And I'm going to say they being men.
Yeah.
Mostly I would say that.
No, it's true though, because it is something that they took something that's just so pure. Oops, I keep knocking.
I know these are always
that's
like.
Okay.
Anyway.
They took something that's like so pure and that does create life, and they're like, okay, how can we make money and sexualize this and make it more, like, I don't know, like,
to make, and then anyway, all right.
Anyways,
but as a kid, I'm sure if you're raised in a religious oppression or you have religious trauma. I mean, a lot of that is around sex stuff too.
Yeah, definitely.
There's so much where we're not allowed. Like that's a lot to overcome in a lifetime.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and it's crazy too because it was like, it wasn't really talked about, but it was like so the gender of it was like so specified, where it was like the sexual side wasn't ever really like talked about. Like I didn't even find out what sex was until I was like 12, and the only reason I found out was because my older brother, we were driving in the car together. I'll never forget this because I was so embarrassed. I was like, Dan, I saw some people having sex the other day on TV. And he was like, what were you watching? And I was like, well, these two people had their mouths on each other and they're using their tongues. And he's like, Anna, that's not sex. And I was like, what? And then he explained to me what it was. And I was like dying. I was like, what do you mean that's what it is?
Yeah.
So it was very weird and like a huge thing for me to be like, oh my God, I didn't know about this. Like,
and there's a part of you going, no way. Right.
Yeah.
My brother, it's funny. My brother told me about sex too. And I was like, Frank, no one's doing that anymore.
You're like, yeah, what?
They're using machines now. I am absolutely certain. And now that I'm postmenopausal, I'm sort of like back to like, ooh, it's kind of gross. But I'm trying to like remember the drive.
Yeah.
But now that you are a wife, not to talk about sex necessarily, but like I was just wanting to go back to your gender like training.
Yeah.
But I bet you are a good wife. The irony of it, right? Like you really do know how to make food, sew clothes, but then do you subscribe to any of those roles now, or do you and your husband?
Yeah,
I know
no.
you were saying he would 3D print me a cool stand for my computer.
He would love to. Yeah. No, I think that my husband. He's like been the most like respectful human I've ever met. I love him so much. He's the best. But it's
good husband.
But I don't really feel like we ever really fell into the gender roles. Like even at home, like I drive. Like I'm the driver because
you're a better driver.
I'm a better driver. Well,
or you love it. You love driving?
I just love driving. And I think that like a lot of people, when we tell them that, they're always like, why do you drive? And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, why does it matter? Like if I lived alone, I would drive.
Yeah.
Or like we both take turns cooking, we both clean. It's like never really like a gender thing. But when I was younger, I think it's because it's more of like my choice that we, do it that way. And I don't really believe in like gender roles. I think it's like stupid. It's like, why is there one person that's in charge of anything where it's like you have multiple skills or...
Yeah. What is your strength? What do you love doing?
Exactly.
I had an ex-husband who actually I think enjoyed cleaning. Like,
yeah.
And I'm the kind of person with my ADHD, as you can see, I can leave a little piece of trash on the floor for months and just step over it, not notice it. And like, if somebody points it out, I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I have been stepping over that.
Yeah.
Like he would point it out, like, you've stepped over your book on the middle of the living room floor for a week now. And he goes, I was just seeing how long. And I'm like, well, I haven't gotten back to the book apparently. I haven't vacuumed either.
I'm literally the same way. I'll be like, And then like at the end, after it's been a couple of weeks, she'll be like, how long has this stuff been on the ground? It's just me leaving it there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, now that my son lives in the basement, so it really is the upstairs is my like domain, and I'm like, It's like it used to be easy to think, no, somebody else did this.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now-
But now it's like,
But you guys have had this, like your husband came to you this way where he also doesn't subscribe to gender roles.
yeah, not at all.
And just go with whatever your strengths are.
Yeah.
But still, it's nice probably to have some of those skills, the sewing and the
Yeah.
cooking. I bet you can make a nice dish.
I could cook. Yeah, I could cook. Yeah.
Do you like to cook?
I do like cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think the thing, my mom, I forgot to tell you about this one too, but this was the biggest thing was that my trauma from all of this was that she tried to marry me off when I was 17.
What?
Yeah, she.
Tell me how that happened.
Okay, so we moved to Oregon because she always wanted to live there. So when I was 16, we moved from Penrose to Fort Collins, and then from Fort Collins, she was like, I want to live on the West Coast because I love it there. We were like, okay. So we moved there, and we were still homeschooled, and there was like this like homeschool like group or whatever, and she met this other mom, and she's like, oh, I have a 26-year-old a boy, and they're also really religious son that's looking for a wife. And my mom was like, oh my gosh, guess what? I've been raising you a wife I've been training a wife for 17 years. And so I know, it's like crazy. And then so then she
would love for you to be with someone who had the same values, the
exactly.
family values, so that you would.
What do they call it? Equally yoked or something? I
don't know this term.
Oh yeah, it's like a religious thing where you have like the similar beliefs in God, and so you're like equally yoked. I don't know.
Oh wow, like oxen?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
I think
you can pull a plow together. Plowshares. Is that part of the? Isn't that something to do with religion?
I don't know about plowshares.
I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah, I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
But I know plowshare. Isn't that like a sex? No, I'm just kidding. Sex position. I'm just joking. I heard about that one last night. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Let's do it plowshare style. Yes.
I'm just joking.
Sow some seeds.
Well.
I'm just saying that actually we could start something here. Get your OnlyFans page going. Okay, so
anyways,
I don't think we're going to hell. I just want to announce that.
No,
I know there might be somebody
no.
listening going, oh no, who's listening?
Yeah,
at this point, if you're still listening, you're not like, they're going to hell for that. We don't believe in hell. I don't believe in hell.
I don't believe in hell.
I mean, I believe in love and light and then a distance from it or a block from it. And that's it. You know, like
I agree.
I feel like the ego is hell. That's what I think. My
I
ego.
agree.
Yeah. Okay. But so listen.
Okay. So I was
promised
17.
or you were, how did it go? Yes.
It was like, it was
so
like.
she makes the mom's like, hey, I'm looking for a wife.
Yeah.
I mean, a wife. Yeah. A wife. I'm looking for a wife for my 26-year-old son.
Yes. And he was a Marine and he was a sheep farmer.
Wow.
And
combo
and my hair, I don't know if you guys ever see my hair, but my hair is really curly, and he said that my hair reminds him of his sheep, so that was kind of weird. When you're younger, my mom was like, that's so sweet, and now when I think back, I'm like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's what you think. Okay, that was a bad pun.
Yeah.
But that's yeah, seriously, liken you to his flock.
To his flock, yeah. He lived in a Winnebago, and my mom was like super excited for me to get married to him, and I was like,
I'm kind of liking it.
Yeah,
the Winnebago lifestyle.
Yeah,
but no, he lived in a Winnebago, sheep farmer.
On a sheep farmer.
Was he out of the Marine Corps or was he still in?
He was still in it. I can't remember. It was like right during when everybody was going back to Iraq. Do you remember that when everybody was getting like drafted back?
Yeah, kind of.
So it was at the end of his. I know it was a blur, but so it was like the end of his thing. I think he was done with his service, but then he had 2 more years where he could potentially get called back. So my mom used that as like this thing where she was like, you need to get married to him because he's going to go get shipped off and then you're never going to see him again. And you're the last thing that can bring him any joy and you can serve him before he goes back to Iraq.
Oh, how did that land with you? When you're 17, you're still homeschooled?
Still homeschooled, yep.
Still in a small reality.
Yeah. And it's, the smallest reality, I feel like. Well, it's crazy because I thought that, like, I believed her, you know, because you're like, yeah, I mean, I guess
You felt like this is my calling.
this is it. I'm supposed to be his wife. Like, I guess this is what I'm supposed to do. And then I remember he like got really mad at me one day because he.
So you all met. You met the sheep farmer.
Yes. So we met, and
he said, obviously, your hair reminds me of my sheep.
yes, and he ran.
That's his
fingers.
compliment. He ran his fingers. Okay,
But his hands got stuck because it's so curly.
it's a trap.
I trapped him.
It's all part of my plan.
So we met and we started dating, and it was like courtship, right? So we were like courting. So you can never
no sex with the mouth.
no mouth sex, no tongue mouth sex,
No tongue mouth sex. No kissing.
no kissing. We'd always have to be with somebody else.
Chaperone.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
My little brother, which shout out to my little brother Noah. He's like one of my best friends. He like didn't. His name was Cody. So he did not like Cody at all. He was like, this guy's weird. You know, he's just like.
He was a free thinker.
He was a free, yeah. And Noah was supposed to be the chaperone, and Noah hated going on the dates. He like never wanted to go.
How much younger is he?
He's 3 years younger than me.
Okay, so no kidding. 14-year-old brother having to go on chaperoning and sit there like, what the heck?
Yeah, he's like, what am I doing?
I can just picture this 14-year-old like, why am I on this? Did he
upset.
Did he get any French fries or anything? Did he get any snacks?
I remember. So like, I kind of wanted. I thought it was kind of weird through the whole process, right? Because I was just like, I don't really want to be doing this. This is weird. And I had to bribe him because I ended up like not really wanting to go on the dates. You know, like I was just like, this is like awkward and weird. And I had to bribe him with an Xbox one time. I promise I'll buy you an Xbox if you come on this date with me.
Wow, that's a spendy.
I never got it for him though. I still owe him an Xbox.
Noah, if you're listening, I heard it here. You heard it here. She owes you an Xbox.
I still do. No, I'll get you one. I promise.
So so here we go. So you're going, how many dates? You went on a lot of dates?
So it ended up being like 8 months, I think, where we were
of a courtship,
yeah. And I think like halfway through I was like, I don't really want to do this. And it was like the month before I was supposed to turn 18. I was like, okay, we can get engaged, but I like don't want to be engaged before I'm 18 because I think that's weird. Like everybody thinks it's weird, you know.
So you held a boundary.
Yeah. He didn't do it. He proposed the week before my birthday, which was like a power move.
Yeah,
you know?
dude.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I know. And
You're out.
And I was like so upset about it. And he proposed. I got engaged. And then.
Wait, so you felt obligated to say yes?
Yes,
even though it was like burn in your belly, I'm guessing.
Yes. Because it was like I was so young and I like didn't. I don't know. My mom like.
You would ask for one thing.
Yeah.
Which is just wait till I'm 18 to ask me. And 1 week before.
Yeah.
I'm irritated.
I know. And so I said yes because I just like felt like he like did it in the aquarium under the shark tank and there was all these people around and I was like, I have to say yes. I can't say no.
Oh man. It was public engagement, a public proposal.
Yep. And I think he knew that.
That's also power tripping.
Yes.
And
horrible. Yeah.
Yeah.
So then, this is a long story. Sorry.
No, it's not. Okay. No, it's a great story. Are you kidding me? I'm loving it. I'm loving every minute of it. I'm with you on this. I'm like, I can't wait till this. I mean, not the story. I can't wait till you're like, I don't know how. I want to hear how you got away from this guy.
Yeah. So, So then this courtship went on. It was about.
But don't rush.
Months.
Don't rush the story.
Okay, I'm not. Okay, so it was about 9 months. I was engaged for about I think we were engaged for about a month, so 9 months total. And I remember we were in Oregon, and I wasn't wearing my engagement ring one day, and he came to the house, and it was at my mom's house, and he came over, and he was like livid, like so upset, and I was like, "Why are you so upset?" And he's like, "Where's your engagement ring, and why aren't you wearing it? Why are you walking around without it? Like that's like people know that you're taken." And I was like, oh, so this guy is like a little like
possessive.
Super possessive.
Aggressive and possessive.
Yeah, aggressively possessive.
Yes,
yeah.
I like that. Aggressively possessive.
Yeah. And yeah, so it was really, really crazy. So, and then I remember, so that happened. And then at the end of the day, I remember he like shoved me because he was so mad about it. Oh. And then that's where I was like, okay, my family, we never like ever, we would like tease each other and kind of like mean to each other because we were brothers and sisters, whatever. But my family is never like physical. And at that moment was when I was like, okay, this doesn't seem like something I ever want to be a part of or like, be into. And then I remember I like called my best friend who was in Colorado from when I grew up, my friend Lauren, and I was like, hey, I like don't know what to do in this situation, and she's like, you need to leave. And so I like got a flight and I
Thank
moved.
you, Lauren.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you, Lauren. I got on a flight and I like went out to Colorado and like stayed with my friend. So because I was like didn't know what to do. You know?
Yeah. Did you tell your mom or dad?
I told my dad because at the time my dad was working in Seattle and then my mom was there with me, and so she was like upset. She was like, you can't leave. So I like literally got this ticket. My friend helped me buy it. I got on a flight and then like left, and then my dad was like okay with it because my dad's like super supportive. But my mom was like super mad that I left and like was like, where are you going? Like, this is what you're supposed to be doing. And I was like, honestly, like I'm kind of scared of him and this doesn't seem like something I should be into, you know.
Wow, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you that you were able to say that and know, I mean, like you knew it, but you were able to honor that feeling and not just like, oh, I should just keep going forward even though I'm getting... Wow, that's incredible.
It was crazy. And you're so young. I was so young too that like I feel like it was something that was like came deep from inside of me that I was just like, I don't know. It was weird because I didn't know, but I just knew it wasn't right, you know?
Yeah.
So,
and you honored it.
Yeah.
Gosh, I just want may we chills. All Hey, and I also felt like some divine intervention. Something told you not to wear that ring.
Yeah.
And that would set off so that that would reveal the truth about this guy. Because I remember going to couples counseling, like before I can't remember, it was somebody was telling me like you should never marry anyone that you haven't known for at least 2 years because they often do not show their true self for 2 years. And being in more of a daily, interaction like that. But you somehow you did it.
Yeah.
You did it. Like maybe
it.
some part of your spirit guides or your grandma. I like to think it's your Alaskan grandmother.
It was probably my Alaskan grandma.
Or maybe one of your Jewish grandmas.
Yeah.
I could see a Jewish grandma helping you with that. Like,
oh yeah,
honey, you're not wearing that ring today. And then this part of you just didn't. I wonder isn't that interesting?
It's so interesting.
Some part of your subconscious just left that off.
Yeah. My Jewish grandma sold it. Just kidding. Just joking.
You totally got me on that one. You're Jewish. You can say.
I can say that.
Now
joke.
I feel bad for laughing at it. I'm just laughing at the like. Okay,
that was really good.
Like I'm not allowed. I'm not even allowed.
I did. I don't think I got you like that. That was a good one.
Yeah, you totally did. I was like, I actually love that. I was like, yeah. I hope she did sell it. What did you do with the engagement ring?
He took it back.
Good.
I was like. Rude because I should have kept it though, right?
I think so. Yeah, it was yours. And if especially since he shoved you. Oh,
I know.
What an ass.
Ugh.
Do you know anything about him now? I wonder who's wearing that ring.
Oh, I don't know. But I bet he didn't get a new one. I bet he just repurposed
Oh, you
it.
know he did.
Oh, yeah.
You know he did, and she doesn't know.
Rude. Yeah, I've never looked him up or anything just because like I feel like it was such a weird time. Like
you almost don't want to know.
I don't really care, which is wild.
You know, when I was 18, I dated a guy who was 20. No, I wasn't even 18. I was 16. I dated a guy who was 23. It was crazy that my parents, I think they were afraid to say not to because they thought that might push me to marry him. He did ask me to marry him when I was not yet 18, but I might have been right around that same age. And I said no because I thought I'm too young, but I didn't know how to leave him either because it was like a trauma bond with this guy.
Oh, yeah. Those are so hard.
And he ended up throwing me on my head in the front yard.
Oh, my God.
And what was wild was I was at a show in Aspen of all the places, and these people coming up to me afterwards going, so, bonding and, just wanting to talk. And I'm like, yeah. And they go, where are you from? Blah, blah, blah. And they said Mexico, Missouri. And that is where my ex-boyfriend was from. And I told him his name and he goes, that guy actually abused his first girlfriend, which was my first wife eventually. What? So it was like all this, like, just be glad you got away from him.
Oh my God.
So, I mean, you already know in your heart and soul that this guy is abusive.
Yeah.
That's just who he is. And he thinks he can, like, a woman is a sheep. Anyway.
Oh my God. I've heard about the sheep already.
Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, and I have been, people that abuse, and I'm going to say it, I'm just not into animal husbandry. I am not into exploiting animals. I really think that if you do that, what else will you do?
That's so horrible.
I'm almost done. Sorry, I went on a tirade about that.
No, it's true.
But I'm so glad you got away from that guy. And again, you don't need to go looking around, but who knows? You might find out at some point that he's in jail
Yeah.
So who knows?
But it's so yeah, I'm just so glad. I don't know. The abuse thing is so scary too because you just like don't know, and when you especially I mean when you were going through it too, it's like there's these little signs that you don't pick up on until the end, and you're like, oh okay, like now I see it. But there like when I think back, there's like little things that I'm like, oh, I didn't even like realize like that's like leading up to this, and it's so scary. And I like for women out there, if that's ever happening, it's just so hard.
When you just start seeing those little power struggle symptoms, and when you're so young and that's your first relationship, you don't know, like like you're already set up to be submissive and subordinate and all that. So I'm so glad you got out.
Me too.
And I'm glad you had Lauren and your dad. And now, is your mom still living? Or
Yeah. She's still alive.
Are you still in touch with her?
So we don't really talk that much anymore.
Like she's not going to be watching this, huh?
No, she does. Yeah, she does.
We don't have to. Not that we'd worry, but or it could be healing.
It could be healing. Yeah. No, we don't really talk anymore, just because like we have like we don't really have a relationship, just because I feel like it's still kind of like she's still to this day still believes in like the gender roles, and she's like very into the religious stuff, which I don't whatever you believe in that, if that's good for you.
Yeah.
But
I blame the missionaries, man.
Yeah.
Dang, whoever got a hold of her, you know what I mean? Like,
I know.
I'm not like I said, I'm not a fan of religion. I love Jesus. I think Jesus was cool. I think all the prophets, Allah sounds really cool.
Jesus was sick.
The Buddha, yeah. I
Buddha's
mean,
awesome too.
Yeah, there's so many great prophets.
Yeah.
I just like to choose one. Why?
Yeah, you don't have, and that's the thing is it's all kind of like it's like the spiritual thing, which is beautiful, but you don't have to like, I don't know, you don't have to like shove whatever your beliefs are onto other people in an aggressive manner where you're preparing them for their future husband.
All the dogma. It's all the dogma.
Yeah, the dogma.
I don't get it. It seems like it's all well, we already know it's very patriarchal. Mm-hmm. But so since that mindset that she's in, she just can't, you just can't, there's nothing, like she's looking at you as though she has failed.
Right, exactly.
Right?
Yeah. I actually have like a whole, like, I was talking to Christy about this recently about how, like, what success is to my mom versus like what success is to anyone else or like even like you or me, Yes. And that's the thing is like she does feel like I'm like a failure, and like I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry, like I don't remember how to cook this recipe or make this bread, but like I go to the ER and like it like save someone's life. But
yes, you're an emergency nurse. You're saving lives all the time.
But that's not successful, according to Marianne. That's my mom.
Oh wow.
Yeah, isn't that crazy though to think about? Like I don't know. She's just like,
and to really let go of that, to really like, I will never convince her otherwise. I have family members that I'm like, I got to stop trying to, like, I don't know. I've been a scapegoat in my family for different reasons. And I'm like, you know what? They're never going to see me. I got to let go of it. That's who I am to them. And that's just where they've put, and I can't. And it's like, I got to stop trying to do anything to convince them. And we've sort of just since my mom died in 2022, thank you, God. It was time. She was 94, and that woman was resistant to moving on. That is okay. I understand. I'll probably be the same way. But all I'm saying is we've all sort of like, we don't even know who we are if not Ginny Norton's daughter. Like her power, even though there's no religiousness to it, but there was definitely expectations put on us. And man, I felt, and I still feel like a failure, like it's like I was never, she couldn't make me into a lady. I think she did surrender to the tomboy thing, but even just talking about stuff like this.
Yeah.
Don't talk about stuff like this. What is wrong with, this is so good for us.
Yes, it's so good.
So how do you deal with that? Like doing the comedy.
Yes.
But also like getting validation from other people like me going, you're amazing. You're amazing.
Thank you.
And I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you.
And I am. And that's incredible. I'm so glad you honored yourself and that you're this incredible nurse. And how do you deal? But I'm sure if you're like me, that's a strong connection with our mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think it kind of going back
I'm almost pointing at the umbilical cord.
I know.
Or something.
It's right here.
Right?
We lived in there for a while,
Yeah.
The cheaper womb.
Okay, I interrupted you.
No, you're good.
How do you cope with it?
I think, honestly, I feel like since I started doing comedy when I met Christy, I feel like that was like something that was really, really helpful, as well as doing like therapy through it. Because I think that it is something where it is funny to laugh about. Like, we can talk about this stuff with my mom and like me. How ridiculous is it that I was dating a sheep farmer? Like, what? But it is like such a good way to look at it, because you don't want to build up that resent towards her, because she does obviously suffer from like, I mean, she's like bipolar and, you know, suffers from like some mental.
Oh, so there was more than just the religious trauma.
Oh, yeah.
Because you were dealing with a big personality.
Yeah, she has like she's like
mental illness.
Oh, yeah. So the mental illness is like a lot with that too. So it's hard because you want to, you know, you don't want to get angry towards her, because there was a level of that too. So it's like, I think it was just like the comedy and like therapy obviously too, but like is a way to process it where you're not building up that resent, where you're like,
Yeah, it releases it.
oh my gosh, 100%.
And to share it and to feel known and celebrated through it, you know?
Yeah.
And like you said, I mean, it's one of those things where it does actually poison you.
Yes.
But anger's, I mean, there's a phase of it. You just don't want to get stuck in it. Like, it is okay. I mean, again, here's my therapist doing the both and thing. Like, I can look at my mom because I also think she had some mental illness stuff. And as I do, I'm an adult child, so I've had to make amends to my own son. But the point is, we can also grieve our lost childhood and grieve, you know, our own spiritual development, that we were forced into this box of a spiritual belief that didn't allow us to find our own way to higher power or whatever that is. I mean, there's so many layers.
Oh, totally. And even going back to lost childhood, 100%. You know, I feel like sometimes I'm like, I get upset because I'm like, I never got to go to swim class. Or like, I don't know. Yeah. You don't experience, like, I never like went to sleepovers or like did the normal things that like kids do. Oh, the other day I was like talking to my husband. We saw a school bus and I was like, have you been on one of those before? And he was like, yeah, what? And I was like, I've never been on a school bus. I don't know. Oh. You know, like little things you don't think about.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's like now we can still like live it, you know, like we're still living it, and it's an opportunity to be able to experience it, but be grateful that you can still experience it, you know, even though it'll be different. But
yes, and again, I keep talking about my recovery work, but I am in a program, you know, for adult children, and we're reparenting ourselves. And I'm excited. You know, Christy comes up here sometimes for slumber party. So we can have a slumber party. Oh my God. If you ever want to come up and have slumber party, I make popcorn.
Well, I would love to.
We watch, what is that hockey show that everybody's watching?
Oh my God, Heated Rivalry.
Yes. We binge watched Heated Rivalry last time.
That's
but
so
yeah,
fun.
we could totally come up and have a slumber party if you ever want to.
So much of you.
Would that feel good?
Yes.
You could bring a sleeping bag.
I could totally bring.
You know, because what we do, I mean, I have a guest room, but it might be fun. Like, I have this loft where it's like we could do like slumber party. We used to always sleep on sleeping bags, you know, across the room.
I would love that so much.
But, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we could, So yeah.
Okay.
You could.
My first sleepover.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, that sounds cool. I love this. See, this is what I love about doing these conversations. I would love to go back and. I mean, I did have a lot of fun at slumber parties. I look back, though, and I'm kind of embarrassed for myself, some of this stuff. Because I was younger than my peers usually. So I remember being topless a lot at slumber parties. And again, no clue that I might have some attraction to the girls that I was hanging out with. Don't worry, I'm not going to.
Oh, that's okay.
I have good boundaries now. No, but I
already told you I'd take my top off earlier, so.
I just remember dancing around naked, like half naked, doing little shows for the girls because they thought it was hilarious because I was not yet. I was pre-pubescent.
Yeah.
So I just thought it was very funny.
That's so funny.
It's just whatever. Okay.
I love it.
Yeah. But yeah, slumber party.
Okay, let's do it.
And then I'm trying to think how we can get on a school bus.
Oh, yeah, that one's
I think you could just wait at a bus stop and just see if they'll let you on.
They'll be like, what are you doing here? I'm like, that's my kid? Creepy.
Well, find a friend that has a kid that goes through.
Oh, yeah.
I used to, as a nurse, I used to accompany the last job I had because I hadn't worked as a nurse in a long time and my skills were so rusty. I wanted to just have one patient at a time, so I did home care. And I took care of kids with special needs that went to school. So I would go on the bus with them, you know, and we'd put their wheelchair on the bus, and then I got to ride the school bus.
Oh, that's so fun.
I don't know if you want to
do you have their number?
do a swing shift. Yeah. We can find it.
That's awesome, though. That's really cool.
Well, let me look at our time just because I know. Look, it's an hour. I know. And we didn't even get started. But we can do a part 2 if you want. But you want to?
We can.
Okay, let's do it.
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah, because I want to hear it. No.
Okay.
I'm not doing anything today. This is it. My life I have set up to do as little as possible.
I love that so much.
All right, we're going to have part 2. Tune in next week. Part 2 with Anna Natan and Nancy Norton.
Norton.
I just hit this button. I don't know what I hit. Something. I ruined Christmas. Oh, did that do it? Wow. Why would that?
What does that do? Oh.
Oh, no, that just closed my earphones.
Whoa.
Did that close your earphones?
No, I don't think so.
Just mine. I must be in number 3 headphones.
This thing's pretty sweet. Do you like using this?
Look at this.
It's like your mixer.
But this is an inner child thing because look how colorful it is. I love color.
It's so pretty.
Isn't it?
I do. I love your color too.
Yeah. All right. We'll be back next week. Woo! Anna Natan.
Wait, this is so fun.
And we can fade it. Wow.
Whoa.
Okay. Yeah. You can play with these. Welcome to Tromedy. All right. You want to play with any of them?
Let me try this one. What's this one?
And then what happened? I need to use these more. These were just pre-programmed.
And for the next chapter, we'll be talking about...
Oh, yeah. Let's do a teaser.
I'm just kidding.
Let's do a teaser. What's our next trauma going to be about? Tune in next week when we hear Anna Natan say... Oh, wait. Hit the...
Welcome to space. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything.
Is there anything on your mind of things that you... Oh, you're looking at your list.
Oh, yeah. I wrote a note.
Note to self. We're going to do a teaser. Look at this. And we're going
on.
to fix this curtain somehow. I don't know how. I'm going to get a chip clip, put it over here. Oh, here's a chip clip.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't know what else. What other trauma do I have?
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
I'm trying to remember. I kind of covered it all. We talked about child labor. We talked about, that was a trauma one.
Oh, yeah.
Child labor. And then
Damn it, I just fixed the curtain. So do we need a part 2? Maybe we don't.
Let me think. Child labor. Oh, homeschooling. We talked about homeschooling. We talked about the marriage. There was another one I wanted to talk about.
You know what? Nursing.
Oh, nursing.
Let's talk about nursing.
That's what I was going to talk about. Okay.
All right.
Okay,
We're ready. Tune in next week when we hear Anna Natan talk about
ER nursing.
Oh, that's going to be good. Tales from the emergency department.
Tales from the
ED.
ER.
I want to thank my guest, Anna Natan. Not on my watch if you want to find her on Instagram, and tune in for part 2 when we talk more about the emergency room. I want to thank my son, Nathaniel Norton, for this music loop and for hanging out playing a lot of chess. Y'all, I'm getting a little too obsessed with chess, and it's becoming almost like an addiction. I can't stop. It's like a puzzle I want to keep solving, even though I'm very mediocre and I blunder my queen and other pieces quite often. But then I'm like, I got to play again. I love it. Okay, peace and love. Thanks for being a listener. And remember, no matter what, keep laughing.